Here we are, another Whimsical Wednesday, and we're going to do number lines showing that we know how to subtract 239 minus 51. You just never know when a number line can come in handy, so I never want us to forget about that skill. You learned it back in second grade. That's when it should have been solidified. But if you didn't, it's okay. We're here to practice together. So we have 239 minus 51. So here's my 239. I subtracted 30 first because it helped me get to a friendly number. If I had subtracted 50, I would have had to go across 0 and I might have gotten confused. If you're able to do that, amazing. But some people need to break it down into groups, and mathematicians break things down into groups. So here I go back 30, I ended up at 209, and then I went back 20. That 30 and that 20 gives me my 50 that I'm subtracting. And I ended up at 189. And then here I just subtract 1. So 239 minus 51 gives me 188. Now I'm using addition and subtraction strategies to solve. Notice I'm just doing standard algorithm. If you have some issues with standard algorithm with addition and subtraction, I suggest you go back to the 3rd grade book or the 2nd grade book to practice that. There are videos, there are skills where you can practice this not using standard algorithm. We build up to standard algorithm in those books. So here I'm just subtracting, no problems. Here I show that I checked my answer and I had 6,511. Here addition, no issues, didn't have to regroup. So I ended up with 4,877. Now here I did have to do some regrouping. So you can see here how I had to change my numbers to regroup. And I end up with 148. So here 148 plus 795, that will give me 943, which is the number I'm looking for here. So I'm rounding again. 240,509. I'm finding the nearest million, which there is no nearest million. This is actually kind of far away from a million. If you think about dollars, this is kind of far away from a million. Here, if I think about the 100,000, my closest 100,000 is 200,000. Because see, this 4 in the 10,000s place is less than the number 5. So I just keep it at 200,000. Now here, my nearest 10,000. Remember, we wrote it like this just to help me think it through. But to have the correct answer, I would have to put that 200,000 in front. 240,000 is the nearest 10,000 for 240,509. Here, the nearest 1,000 is 241,000. When I looked at that hundreds place, it was at 5. So that means I would round up to 1,000. My nearest 100 was 500. So it would be 240,500. And my nearest 10 would be 10. See that 9? It's larger than 5, so I round to 10. 240,510. Excellent work. We're going to keep practicing this skill. So here I'm doing standard algorithm. Notice I have that 9. Here I did standard algorithm. Did my 1s, my 10s, and my 100s. Excellent work. Day 3 of week 4. Keep up the great work, and I hope you have a whimsical Wednesday.